is Jordan, and today I'm going to be filling my summer reading list. I know what you guys are thinking. Why are you releasing your summer reading list like right at the end of August? Well, I pre-filmed this like 2 weeks ago. I accidentally deleted it from my camera, so that's why I'm refilming this. But I still remember the books that are on my reading list, so that's the good part. And I still have a habit of coming up with reading lists for myself, and I love that in the summer, even though I just graduated from college. So let's get started. So these are in no particular order, but the first book that I want to read in the summer is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I've read Upside Down Requited by Becky Albertalli, and I love that. And this became a movie recently, and well, last year I should say, and I really wanted to read this, and one of my good friends said that is a good, cute read, so I'm hoping to read this in the summer. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the summer is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I know it became a movie last year too, so there's pretty much some books that turn into movies that are on my list, but I know this is kind of like, this is a dystopian, but kids have superpowers, which is really cool, and I know I'm hoping to read the whole series of The Darkest Minds, just because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I really want to pick this up as soon as possible. The next book that I'm hoping to pick up in the summer is A Great Terrible Beauty and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I've heard so many good things about her writing, and I know this is a historical fiction. That's why I want to pick it up, because I've read a lot of historical fiction lately that I'm like, I want to pick this up because of it, and I don't know what this is about, but I'm hoping I would end up liking it. I think it takes place in the Victorian era just by the cover, but I'm really excited to read this. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the summer is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. And I know I've tried to read one of her books last year, but I didn't get to it, but it's still on my TBR. I didn't unhaul it or anything, but I've heard so many good things about her books. I know she writes a lot of contemporary novels, and I really want to get to this one, and I honestly don't want to go into it on the synopsis because I want to know nothing about it. I just heard good things about Morgan Matson's books, and I just want to get into it without knowing a lot. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the summer is Through the White Wood by Jessica Leake. And all I know is about this book, it's a fantasy book, and it's about this girl whose powers are like not allowed in society, and there's a bird as the eagle as her animal companion, and that's all I want to know. And from seeing this cover, I'm like, I want to read this immediately without knowing anything about the story. I just want to jump into it, so hopefully I will like later in the summer, but for right now it is on my summer reading list for sure. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the summer is The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross, and I know from this book this girl gets chosen as a finds out about her powers. Oh, she chooses on which 5 passions that she wants, and she picks knowledge. And again, this is another thing that I don't want to get into it knowing a lot, because I love fantasy, don't get me wrong. It's just lately I just want to get into some of them by knowing not a lot and just jump into reading and see if I like it. And the cover is really beautiful, and I'm hoping that I would end up enjoying it in the summer. The next book that I'm hoping to read in the summer is The Land of Stories, The Witch's Spell by Chris Colfer. I know this is a middle grade series that involves fairy tales, which I really want to get into, just because some people have said it reminds them of Once Upon a Time, so that's all I want to know, and I'm hoping to read this as soon as possible because it seems like a really fun story. The next book that I'm hoping to get to in the summer is Autobiography by Christina Lauren, and all I know about this book is about this boy who is taking creative writing class, and then he's partnered up with another boy to write a story for the class, and that's all I really need to know. And then I think there's a romance going on there, which I'm just really excited about because I haven't read a lot of books that has LGBT romances, and I just want to give those a chance as much as possible because I really support the LGBT community, and I think this might be a cute story to read in the summer. The next book that I'm hoping to get to in the summer is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston, and I didn't read this last year. I was supposed to read this for Summer Fun Readathon last year, and I know there's going to be an announcement video for round 2 coming up, so stay tuned for that. And I know this is about this girl who became a gladiator and since her sister's death, and I just wanted to read more about that because I know the 3rd book just came out in the series, and this seems like a really awesome story, especially when she's going against Julius Caesar, which is a real person, but I've read a Shakespeare play about him, so that just get me more excited to read this book. Then the last book that I'm hoping to get to in the summer is Heart of Thorns by Bree Barden, and all I know from this book, it's also a fantasy, but it's about this girl who's like half human, half god, and that's pretty much all I want to know because the cover is really, really pretty, and Stephanie Garber seems to really like it, and I really want to get into it just because another author that I really enjoy their works would recommend this to anybody, so that's why I want to pick this up as well. So that is all for my summer reading list. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you're planning to read in the summer, because I'm curious as heck, especially like what books people are reading these days, because I'm still trying to figure out what books are top priority since I just got out of college. So yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on LastReader19. I also have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more bookish content from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!